Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, I have used this Yoruba idiom before and I am going to use it again. Wọ́n pè é ní olè, ò ń gbọ́mọ ẹran jó. Wọ́n pè é ní olè, ò ń gbé ọmọ ẹran jó. I did translate it in a previous video, but I'm going to translate it again for the purposes of people that are new to it. So wọ́n pè é ní olè, ò ń gbé ọmọ ẹran jó. It doesn't really translate fully into English because the Yoruba language, as you all know, is a very nuanced language, but loosely it means that they have accused you of stealing something and you're holding that thing that they are accusing you of stealing right there in your hand for everybody to see. Guys, I bring you this. End SARS protesters are youths without focus. This is a comment coming out of Imo State. Imo Governor's Aid is what it is attributed to. Nwadike or Nwadike is the name of the person. So Hope Uzodinma, of course, speaking via his spokesman. Again, the headline: End SARS protesters are youths without focus. A comment attributed to Imo State Governor's Aid. So now let's now see what Hope Uzodinma has to say. The special advisor to the governor of Imo State on politics, Battles Nwadike, has said that the End SARS protesters unsettling the entire nation for a couple of weeks are leaderless youths without focus. Nwadike stated this in Owerri whilst interacting with newsmen. He regretted that the youths who are seen as leaders of tomorrow could descend so low as to be used by overzealous politicians to perpetrate all manners of despicable crimes. He described as unfortunate the heights of criminal activities which followed the well-intended protest demanding the disbanding of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad over alleged brutality on innocent citizens. According to him, I have watched with keen interest the set of youths protesting and destroying lives and property, and I have found out that they are youths without focus. The reason is because they are leaderless and lack comportment. Let me tell you, even in the Bible, the coming of Jesus Christ was prophesied 1,000 years ago, and it eventually came to pass. It will even be wrong to tag their demonstration as youth revolution because the set of youths who make up the protesters do not have the capacity to take over. Their earlier agitation to scrap SARS has been considered, and the President, Muhammadu Buhari, has given orders to that effect. Why are they stepping the boundary? Why are they taking the law into their own hands? Their unguarded actions are indeed condemnable and unwarranted. They should be guided accordingly and stopped from further destruction of lives and property. The Imo Governor's Aid, however, advised the protesting youths to toe the path of patriotism and sheathe their war swords, urging them to think of a better way to dialogue with the government rather than causing mayhem and unrest in the country. So this is, of course, the words of the aid of Hope Uzodinma. So we have to attribute it to Hope Uzodinma, because when Femi Adesina, of course, comes out in the public space to speak, we attribute it to the Buhari government. When Garba Shehu comes out in the public space to speak, we attribute it to Malam Buhari. So now when Hope Uzodinma's aide comes out to speak, we attribute it to Hope Uzodinma. And this guy cannot speak, of course, without first sounding it off his principle, because of course he knows that he's identified with Hope Uzodinma and anything that he says is attributable to Hope Uzodinma. So in effect, Hope Uzodinma is calling the End SARS protesters jobless youths. This is really the understanding that he has, and you wonder why he came forth in an election and he still emerged as the winner. This is the reason why the Imolites obviously rejected him at the polls, and this guy is too dumb to learn. Somebody like Uzodinma, you'd expect him to just quietly shut his mouth, hide away somewhere, and do his very best to justify the position that he is in, which he has not earned, just to earn the respect, to cover up for how he got into that post. But of course, this empty head, daddy's boy, the son of Malam Buhari, he thinks that because his papa is in Aso Rock, he can do and speak as he likes. He reminds me a little bit of El Rufai's son, some short little boy like that, that is always abusing everybody on Twitter. This is Hope Uzodinma for you, the Baba Salah of the Governors Forum. Here he is now making yet another unguarded statement, which is what we have now come to expect of him. Conversations in the comment section, come share thoughts. But before you come share those thoughts, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, come join me then. This statement that is coming out of Imo State, I am attributing it, of course, to the governor because he's the #1 citizen. So come join me then. Come tell me what you're making of this rather ridiculousness that, I mean, imagine for a moment, just before I round off, imagine for a moment, Emeka Ehidioha. Can you imagine somebody of the quality of Emeka Ehidioha either making this sort of a statement personally or allowing his aide to make this sort of statement under his banner? Because of course this statement, as I said, is being made under the banner of Imo State, and we're attributing it to Imo State. So you can see the disparity in the quality of the two people there. The short time that Emeka Ehidioha was the governor of Imo State, the whole of Imolites were just pumping their chest out in pride, thinking that at last there was going to be that movement that they had always hoped and expected for their states taking place now. So that was all the hope, and you could see the light coming out of Imo State. But alas, the Jamjawit had a different idea, and they just summarily removed that guy from the post to install the person that came number 4. There's a reason why somebody always comes at the bottom of the class, you know. You come at the bottom of the class because you are the dunderhead of the class, and even if they propel you by bribery and corruption to the front of the class, you will still be a dunderhead even if they place you at the front of the class. And this is what we're seeing playing out now. An empty head in charge of Imo State, and that empty head is showing just how vacuous the space between his two ears are. Come share thoughts. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.